Alright, what's up everybody, it's Sam from Bet. In this video we're doing my lock of the night and top 2 parlay discussion as part of the UFC $5 tier, my Patreon tier. If you're seeing this video from Patreon, thank you very much for your support, I appreciate that guys. You guys keep this channel running. If you're seeing this from YouTube and if you'd like to support the channel, stick until the end to show you how. I also release these videos after the event in respect to my patrons. Right, so but either way I release it so everybody can see, and hopefully more people would like to jump in on any Patreon tier, and I'll show you guys how in the end, like I said. Alright, so let me do the discussion here guys. So I have two options here. In general, I'm doing this way the things when I'm not that confident, let's put it this way, in one fighter or one only option. So I put this down in basically two options here. I'm starting off with Alexander Hernandez at minus 500. What he's now, he should win this fight, and I think I told you guys there. If you haven't heard my breakdown, go there. I'm not gonna be breaking this down too much, but simplifying this one guys is basically a gap in athleticism, in power, in speed, and in grappling especially. I haven't seen much grappling out of Mike Breeden. But from what I've seen, he doesn't have much. At least he doesn't try to wrestle. Doesn't have much of a clinch game or anything, which is difficult against Hernandez, because to beat Hernandez, you're gonna have to be either super technical, and either have an iron chin, or being super long and tall, not to get hit, and or make him tired, hit him, and try to make it like. Be competitive on the grappling, so it's tough to fight Hernandez. Breeden is in a good camp in Glory MMA Fitness and whatnot, so he has a chance. He's a pressure fighter, can put it on the pressure on. So I think Hernandez is the safest pick here, So there is a little bit value on minus 500, but since we don't have too much in this card, at least in my opinion, it's not an easy fight card to bet, guys. I'm putting Hernandez as the biggest favorite here, putting 60% out of 100. And again guys, this is not the same 100 when I discussed about Cyril Gane, okay? So but either way, I'm doing this exercise with 100 here, so you guys see round numbers. And I'm taking the second one as Thiago Santos. This is also not easy, to bet, and I think this is obvious, if you know a little bit about MMA, you know what I'm talking about here, Marreta, this guy, like, sorry guys, just loading here. So Marreta, this guy, he can crack, but he's fighting Johnny Walker, who's basically a huge light heavyweight, and sorry about the pause there. So yeah, so Marreta, he's a heavy hitter, this guy, he's not the biggest light heavyweight, but you can tell, that this guy can crack, he's fighting Johnny Walker, who's like a very big guy himself, obviously he has the size advantage here, the height and the reach, he's also like a finisher, this guy finishes or gets finished. The way these guys are coming to this matchup, they're both talking big words, and they're gonna knock each other out. I think there are gonna be lots of emotions involved in this fight, which worries me a little bit. I would like to see Thiago Santos fighting a smart fight, winning decisively against Walker. If he's gonna come to brawl with Walker, there's not a big chance, but there's a chance that he gets caught in a flying knee, etc. But still, to me, the value is on Santos. He should win. He has way more experience, okay? But there is a size disadvantage to him, so I would be a little bit careful there. Now I'm parlaying Santos, but not going too crazy. But either way, let's put option 1, 60% on Hernandez and 40% on Santos. All right. So the option number 2. I'm not betting Hernandez straight in option number 2 because this doesn't add that much, but I'm putting some parlays here. So I made the same exercise out of 100, so I'm putting here like 30 on Santos, So yeah, the reason is just there. So Hernandez plus Santos, so you can parlay them, if you get the same odds that I did here, you would get the line at plus 100, so throwing $10 there, just not to go too heavy on Thiago Santos. That's basically the reason there, And then we have Douglas Silva de Andrade. I pulled up the stats here on UFC stats. You can see here that Douglas doesn't have actually the best stats here, guys. You can see that he gets hit more than he lands, which is quite tricky because he doesn't get hit quite a lot, you know. Of course, here he was, you know, against pure AN, and don't even need to comment that too much, you know. Obviously here he had the range disadvantage, so he's not that most consistent guy, but he's a pretty good fighter, you know. The problem that this guy has is the volume, as you guys actually by this number is not too bad volume. Maybe for the bantamweight division is bad, but the thing is that he doesn't use the jab or the straight shots, mostly hooks and leg kicks. But he has a decent, well-rounded game. You know, I'm not gonna repeat myself here as I said in the breakdown. Basically, it's he's fighting Pirello, you don't have much stats on him here because he basically just lost quite decisively to Rick Simon. This guy is a pressure fighter. He gets inside, he tries to brawl. The thing is, Pirello doesn't have much rather than what I said now, and I think Douglas gonna time him. You know, gonna land a little bit cleaner. Plus, Douglas gonna shoot at times. He doesn't have the best, you know, takedown output, but he can shoot, you know, and he's a pretty good, pretty decent wrestler. And as a bantamweight, he has a big size advantage over many guys, you know. Against Leron, he was undersized, he's on a featherweight, but still the guy is big. My concern here is on Douglas de Silva de Andrade is the weight cut. Let's see how he looks in the weightings, but I think he should be fine. And then I'm putting this parlay here of Hernandez plus Douglas de Silva, and making the counts here. This would be like minus 140, something like this, you know. I'm putting $26 out of the 100. Then I'm going with Joe Solecki, and lots of people are betting Gordon. You know, there's questions to be answered against Solecki, but I don't think Gordon's the guy too much to answer that question. The only thing here is that Gordon has to stuff the takedowns and put the pressure on. I don't think he's going to be able to stuff much takedowns. Solecki is big and strong, much younger. You know, if he hits the ground, it's Solecki all day, guys. Gordon's not a bad wrestler, can grab a little bit from top, but Solecki is most likely going to take top position. On the feet, it's pretty even, you know. Gordon is a little bit more clean, but it's not much of a factor because Gordon is not the great striker. He has short range. Solecki has the range advantage, the size, the power, you know, the athleticism, etc. So there is value on Solecki. I'm putting this 26 out of 100. And then I'm putting the last one here is in Antonina Shevchenko. It's more like you know, this is also a tricky one because Casey O'Neill, she's on a rise. You know, I like that girl. I said that in my video, you know, but there is still some questions should be answered about her. I think people are fading Shevchenko a little bit because of the lack of grappling, etc. But O'Neill is a good wrestler, decent grappler, but from the grappling part, it's pretty even. Shevchenko doesn't have the best takedown defense, so obviously this concerns me. But to me, the value is there. It's on Shevchenko. Then $10 on this exercise here, guys. Okay, so if you're gonna compare here the differences, actually, if both of these guys cash, option number one is not bad, you know. But I'm not that confident on Santos, like I said. So if Santos misses here, guys, you're gonna have basically $27 loss, you know. But I don't give much chance, you know. I think there's value on Santos, let's put it this way, but it's not impossible that this happen end up losing, you know. So from these two, I actually like more the option number two. I like to diversify more. I know that most of people don't like this, but you know, I go more towards this option number two. That's what I would do, you know. So it's more diversified. We have the, you know, decent favorites here. We have a, you know, a decent chance on the dog. But let's say that Antonina loses. Actually, in this first one, I put that Solecki lost. You know, so let's say that Solecki lost, and then we still would have $47 profit, which is pretty decent. And in the second option, I put that Solecki and Shevchenko lost. Would still come, you know, $20 profit, which is not bad. So to me, it's a more safe option number two, and would give me more profit. Everybody cashes, you know. From all of this, I think all of them gonna cash. I'm a little bit skeptical about Shevchenko, but to me the value is there, so it kind of adds a little bit in the mix there with some chances. Okay, so I like a little bit this better. All right, so guys, this is the discussion I wanted to do with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Actually, just forgot to show the stats here on Joe Solecki. So he looks super good on the stats. You can see that he doesn't throw much, so he's mostly a grappler. Okay. But if you're gonna compare to Gordon, poor takedown defense here. Of course, he puts lots of pressure, gets hit quite a bit, can shoot. So If he stuffs the takedown, he takes top position, he has a chance. But to me, Solecki should win that one. Okay. So guys, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, subscribe, consider supporting the channel. So about the Patreon, I have this video, like you guys said, I released first on Patreon for $5. Lots of people can jump in. It's a more accessible fee. For 10, it's the early releases, and I release the videos that I have for future cards first there. Plus you can show your great appreciation to the channel. $15, it's line by line, the bets that I'm taking, the prop bets that I'm taking. Okay, only props. And for $50, it's the ultimate package that I show line by line. Let me, put this one to you guys so you guys can see. I don't have yet the props on this one, and I'm yet to take a look there. But it's gonna be basically like this. I'm gonna be putting, this video on the props. I'm gonna open here 5 odds and then check line by line which props are good. So just to, so I'll do this in another video. But this is line by line everything that I'm doing. So when I put the bet, I'm putting here, and the parlays the parlays that I did, so from previous cards. So everything is here line by line with the risk amount that I'm taking. So you can just basically check this out and use as you like. All right. So this is for $50, like I said. With the prop bets, you guys would have the same, but just seeing the props. All right. So guys, I hope you guys again enjoyed this video, and talk to you next time. This time from the LOTN Bet, bringing the best, most consistent and transparent betting strategy for you.